and the representative of the Russian Federation has asked for the floor to make a further statement.
Благодарю.
Thank you, Madam President. Unfortunately, in the right of response of our British colleague, I didn't really hear anything new. The same list of unfounded accusations that we heard at previous meetings. Just a couple of factual issues regarding consular access to Julia and Sergei Skripal. As I have already said, we have not had consular access, but what is indicative is something else, that the sister of Julia Skripal, who lives in Russia, and who wanted to visit Julia, and who Julia agreed, the British embassy twice refused to issue a British visa to her. How do you like that? That doesn't tell you anything? As for the request that the British side allegedly sent to Russia right after the incident, well, we've had the pleasure more than once to comment the character of that request. It wasn't a request at all. It was a message by Boris Johnson, the then foreign minister, to the Russian ambassador in London with a demand to acknowledge that Russia committed this crime and to explain how it was done, whether it was done with the knowledge of the Russian authorities or without their knowledge. That was the whole request regarding cooperation with Russia. Please don't mislead the international community. There was no request to cooperate with the Russian side in investigating this side. No request from the British side. Quite to the contrary, there were many, many requests from the Russian side, both in the framework of the OPCW as well as through other channels. There were requests to the British side to conduct a joint investigation, and Russia confirmed its readiness to be actively involved. Of course, I understand that our British colleague said that we live in parallel universes. Well, maybe some people would like us to live in a different planet, but unfortunately there are no settled planets beside this one, so we'll have to live together on this planet. We'll have to cooperate on this planet. And regarding the questions that we asked you, and there are over 40, most of them we still haven't received any answers. Nor there aren't many Russian versions of what happened, unlike what you've been told, in fact, presenting versions by journalists as official versions of the Russian authorities. We would be happy to tell those delegations interested on how we see what happened and what is happening right now with the so-called investigation by the United Kingdom. Thank you.
I thank the representative from the Russian Federation for his statement.